So for any of you guys who don't have access to the Midnight Beta, or you simply don't want to play the Midnight Beta either, I figured I would do a video summary of my beta testing. This will basically be a not that often video that I do, but it's one that I'm going to do every now and then when there's some important stuff that I've found on the beta to inform you guys. I will try to keep these videos spoiler free, by the way, so I don't spoil too much, but there will be some beta gameplay here, and obviously we do focus quite a lot on gold making over here as well. So if you haven't checked out my gold making guide yet, I do have a gold making guide for Midnight WoW as well, that you can check out through the link down below in the pinned comment. Getting this guide will set you on the right path to make a bunch of gold in Midnight. We had people from the War Within gold making guide who made tens of millions and a couple of hundreds of millions of gold as well, thanks to the guide and the early access to videos you get in that guide as well. So when you buy this guide, you not only get the guide itself, you get early access to gold making videos in Midnight WoW and exclusive videos as well. I will make it my personal goal to help you guys make as much gold as possible. Now before we get into the beta gameplay here, I just want to mention one thing. From today and starting the entire rest of the year basically, if you watch my kick streams, you can start redeeming your channel points for entries in a Midnight Epic giveaway. I will be starting a brand new streaming series on Kick as well, where I'm starting from zero and farming gold in retail to try to make enough gold to buy Midnight WoW with gold. So basically from nothing to Midnight with gold, and then giving that edition of Midnight away to one of you guys watching my streams. So basically, the more you watch the streams, the more channel points you get, and the more channel points you have, the more chances you have at winning that giveaway. That is just my way of helping you guys out and thanking you for the amazing support over on Kick as well, and well, giving something back to the Kick supporters and people that are watching me on Kick. So you can start accumulating these channel points right now, and in December you can start spending those channel points to get the entries in that giveaway, okay? So start watching today and accumulate channel points and spend them for the giveaway. Either way, you can also join along the way as well, start a brand new character with me and join the farms. Either way, let's talk Midnight Beta. So because we care a little bit about gold making on this channel, the first thing I was checking out was obviously professions. I will also say, by the way, I got this druid to level 90 in one day on the beta, so I've not only been doing professions, but I do a lot of professions and the gold making as well. But on the beta so far, I'm really enjoying it. I just want to spend all my time playing the beta, doing the delves. I am really enjoying the content so far in Midnight WoW, and that says a lot, because I'm usually not a person that enjoys playing the beta, because I know in the back of my head it's a waste of time. All the stuff you do gets literally erased when the game comes out anyway, but I'm really enjoying the beta so far. The zones are great. I also enjoy the storylines. There's a couple of quests I didn't like for example, actually no spoilers, so never mind, but I'm really enjoying the beta, okay? Now for professions, the one thing I had to ask myself, which I found out the answer to really quick, is the one-time quests that you get in Dornogal. You have the same thing in Midnight as well, so this quest right here, it gives you a bag of materials. It does not give you any Moxie, and Moxie is basically the acuity from the War Within, but it's called Moxie now. You don't get any of that, but you do get, for example, mining ores, you get leather, or you get cloth. Now on the beta, I'm going to be choosing cloth quite a lot, because cloth is currently not dropping from humanoids, which is a little bit annoying, but yeah. Just choose the bag that makes the most sense. I believe in Midnight itself, the bag that makes the most sense is probably going to be the mining materials one. But basically, all you do for this quest is talk to the crafting order NPC, go back, hand it in, get a free bag of materials. For anybody who has prepped some leveling armies or alt armies from Legion Remix, this is a good time to just literally go to Silvermoon, do the campaign or the introduction quest, which you might even just have to do once, by the way, in Midnight itself, get the free bag, get a bunch of materials. Now, on the topic of professions, there is one more question that I had, and that is the weekly quest. So I'm happy to say weekly quests will be available starting at least at level 81. It might even be available sooner as well, but I got to level 81 by gathering, and when you get your skill points up, you need to be 25 skill points. So level 81, possibly sooner, but at least 25 skill points, and then you get access to your weekly quests in gathering. And just to show that, this is me picking up the quest from mining. It's called a Silver Moon. You gather this one. It gives you 2 knowledge points now, by the way, not 3. Not sure if that's a beta only or in the live as well, but I'm just telling you, these items gives you 2 knowledge points. They used to be 3, so keep that in mind as well when doing these weekly quests. At least for now, they seem to give you 2 instead of 3. Actually, never mind, by pausing this at the right time, I do see now it's +3 for gathering. It's crafting that is +2, so gathering is still +3 from the weekly quest as well. But yeah, as you can see, I'm level 81, so you don't have to be level 90 to do these weeklies, which means it is perfectly fine to have a gathering alt, and then just start gathering at level 80, and then start doing the weekly quest. So you might want to level up a tailoring character, a skinning character, and not the herbalism and mining one at the start. Now, like I say, I'm doing a bunch of profession testing on the beta, and I've found quite a few items like this. The, basically, world treasures for +3 knowledge points, and like I just said, I've found quite a few of them. I will include a guide, plus coordinates in my gold making guide for people that are that have the gold making guide as well, but I've found a lot of them already on the beta. For herbalism and mining, I've found about half of them, and that is just by farming and keeping an eye out for the professions. I've also found the tailoring one in Silver Moon, I've found a couple of skinning ones, and even for blacksmithing and leatherworking for crafting as well, we have found those in both Eversong Forest and Silver Moon. So far we have found quite a few of those, and it looks like it's the same thing here as well as in the Warbitin. It's 2 per zone per profession, so basically +6 knowledge points per profession you have per zone. We have 4 zones in Midnight, so +6 times 4, 24 knowledge points you can get in your professions, both of them, by simply looting treasures. Now, something else you will get while you're gathering is something called abundant tokens, and you can basically look at this as Kedge from the Warbitin in a weird way, because you just get these by, well, doing the game, farming some stuff, and you can use these to purchase, for example, bags of materials. So here we have bags of mystic stuff, bags of herbs, bags of mining veins, basically all of the gathering professions. It seems like they're counting enchanting, tailoring, skinning, herbalism, and mining as gathering professions in this case, so you can get these abundant tokens from possibly any of these activities. I got them from skinning, herbalism, and mining. I have not tested out tailoring yet, and I have not tested out enchanting either just yet, but basically you get these tokens and you can use them for a weekly activity, or, thank you cat, a daily activity where you can basically enter a, I want to call it a single player delve like this, to get something called the alloyed abundance, or abundant alloys. It's a new currency that you can get, right? And you can then spend that currency on those bags of materials that you just saw me look at earlier, or even knowledge points for herbalism, mining, tailoring, enchanting, skinning, basically the gathering professions. You can get knowledge points on them, and just like Kedge, it looks like it's 1 time only for the knowledge points, but you want to keep doing this on a weekly basis anyway. For those bags of materials you can also buy. So it's Kedge, but, well, Kedge, Kesh, whatever, you know, the currency we had in the Warbitin, it's that, but it has a weekly activity tied to it. Now, if you have skinning, you might notice sometimes a beast will appear on your minimap, and when you target him, he will have like a different outline than most other beasts, and even have a buff called a high value beast. This right here is a new mechanic in skinning that we have right now in Midnight, and basically you find these high value beasts all around the place. It's completely random, and they will give you a much bigger yield when skinned. So if a regular mob gives you 1 leather, a high value beast gives you between 6 and 11, so like way more skins from these high value beasts. So you can see this one, for example, just gave me 7, and if the other beasts that I just killed were skinnable, I'll show you those as well. They're gonna give me 1 each. So 1 from a regular mob, or 7 from a high value one. This creates a brand new skinning loop where instead of just farming in one location, you might want to fly around and look for high value beasts, especially if you're a solo gameplay Andy. But also for skinning, you might, like, if you have a hyper spawn farm, I just said that the high value beasts are random, which means if you're standing in one place farming mobs and they keep respawning, every now and then they might respawn as a high value beast. So finding a fast respawning location could be insane as well, for skinning specifically. Either way, high value beast is a brand new way to look at skinning, and I think it's super cool, especially for people that want to farm gold single player instead of AoE farming. I still think having a group and doing group farming will still be better, but either way, this is cool. So with that being said, it's time to take a look at crafting, and over here once again I started a character, did the campaign, got leatherworking and blacksmithing. We once again have the same usual one-time quest. You talk to the crafting order person, go back, hand in, get a bag of materials, choose the materials that makes sense to you based on the professions you have and which materials you need the most of. After this, when you have crafting, you also get something called crafting orders, and you can see this one gives me 2 knowledge points in blacksmithing. This is just the introduction to your, like, profession crafting bench, or crafting, like, station, basically. So leatherworking crafting bench, or blacksmithing crafting table. So it just tells you to go, talk to that table, hand it in at your trainer, which I'm not going to do here because I suck at reading quests. So as you will see, I'm going to click on this table and think that I have to go back to hand it in, but you actually hand it in at the trainer. So the leatherworking quest you hand in at the leatherworking trainer, and the blacksmithing one you hand in at the blacksmithing trainer as well. And this is just a really easy quest. You get +2 knowledge points basically for free right off the bat when starting the expansion and starting your gathering professions. So that's kind of cool. And just here I think I realized that I had to go back and hand in the quest, right? After doing this is a one-time quest. You also get the weekly. And you can get the weekly right off the bat as well with no skill points apparently, and the weekly also gives you 2 knowledge points here. I believe that is different from the War Within, which used to give 3, so now you get 2 knowledge points from the weekly quest, at least as of the beta at the moment right now. So here you once again have to do 3 leatherworking crafting orders and 3 blacksmithing crafting orders as well as part of that weekly quest. Now I did also want to test out blacksmithing, but I didn't really get too far because the weight stones that you need to craft, like the refulgent whetstone and the refulgent weight stone, they need a material that you get from prospecting ores in jewel crafting. So basically you need to have a jewel crafter to prospect the ores, and then send the materials from jewel crafting over to blacksmithing characters to then make the whetstones and the weight stones. So for now I'm stuck until I level up another character and get him through the campaign and get the jewel crafting set up and farm some more mining veins. But the lesson that I wanted to bring here is that it looks like they are trying to cooperate between professions more. So basically you want to have either a jewel crafter yourself or a jewel crafting friend in order to skill up blacksmithing. So it's not just mining plus blacksmithing, it's mining, blacksmithing and jewel crafting, and possibly even more professions as well incorporated in later crafts. So it's way more than just like mining plus blacksmithing now. There's way more professions where you need reagents from, and I think that is super cool for the economy and just everything, right? I will also say many of the endgame crafts requires materials from skinning as well, so skinning could be extremely relevant in Midnight WoW. Either way, that's basically what I have for you so far based on the beta testing with a high focus on professions. I also got to level 90 on the beta recently, did some delves, really fun, did a heroic dungeon as well and some world quests. It's really cool, I'm really enjoying it so far. If you're playing the beta, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you have anything in specific you want me to test for a future video like this, let me know that as well in the comments. I am also streaming every single day on kick.com/SolheimTV. You can find the link to that down below in the pinned comment. I'm streaming both beta for Midnight, I'm streaming some classic every now and then, and I'm streaming some retail as well. I did just say that I'm starting a character with 0 gold and farming my way to give away a Midnight Epic Edition to you guys. That's right, not just a Midnight expansion, but Midnight Epic epic edition that I'm going to buy with gold and gift to one of you guys, and you can redeem the channel points to get a better chance of winning that giveaway. Either way, that's it for now, so thank you for being here, thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and thank you once again. I'll see you in the next video very soon. This video is sponsored by Solheim's Gold Guides. Available on Gumroad, these guides will teach you all you need to know about making gold in various versions of World of Warcraft. Farming, crafting, flipping, several different ways of making gold, all in one place. You also get access to a Discord server where you can interact and share ideas to make even more gold together. In that same Discord server, you will also get early access to gold making videos and exclusive content. So, if you are ready to take your gold making to the next level, go to solheim.gumroad.com and find the gold making guide for the version of WoW that you are interested in. And for those of you looking to elevate your gold making even further, Gold Guide Plus is a premium subscription-based membership that will give you access to an exclusive Discord server with even more tips and tricks for gold making and even more exclusive content to help you get filthy rich in WoW. The Gold Guide Plus membership is available on solheim.gumroad.com.